is so cool.
So this is Taco Tuesday Girl.
Hey, I know her.
Yeah.
This is not boring. I agree with that.
My...
Long-form, unedited conversation. I love it.
Welcome back to Insanely Chill, guys. Please, as always, remember to rate this podcast 1 star. No, I'm kidding.
5, please.
5 stars. Sorry, that's what I meant. 5 stars on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts. And remember to like this video if you're watching on YouTube. I appreciate that very much. Today, I'm joined by my wife, Kelsey, and we are going to, and of course,
Thank you.
Kenny and Ryan.
Hello.
Woo! Crowd goes
And what
wild.
are we doing today?
I think we're talking about how much better at tech I am than you.
No, we're not.
Is that what we were?
No,
I
we're
think
not.
so.
We're not talking about that.
All right.
Ryan is, of course, referring to the fact that she didn't even ask you to do it. You just did it. You saw
Well, I
it.
saw it on her Instagram. She was looking.
He's a good guy.
I'm a good person.
Also, we just
Yeah,
we're
Kelsey
always
and
on
I-
the same page.
we're
We
on the same
really are.
wavelength.
We're on the same wavelength.
My wife, dude.
she was looking for a movie with.
Yeah, okay.
Mary
What
Kate.
movie?
I was looking
it?
for Our Lips Are Sealed, the Mary
actually-
Kate and Ashley hit movie.
Yep.
And a little backstory here. The reason why you wanted to watch that is because we were in Sydney and you saw the fucking carnival place where it takes place.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And
there's
you
a
really-
scene there. The whole thing takes place in Sydney.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right. It
Yeah.
takes place in Sydney, but
Yeah.
they go there.
Yes.
And you saw it.
Luna Park. Yeah.
And you were like, that's the place that they went in the
Yeah.
movie. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then
Yeah, that's about all I got from that. Yeah. Cool. It's awesome.
I did think it was cool, but then you're like, can we go there? And I was like, we're in like, it's like the harbor, the opera house,
Yeah.
the zoo, everything, the bridge, everything, and you want to go there to the like shitty carnival?
And we went to the zoo.
It was
Sorry,
sick.
the zoo was awesome.
It was awesome.
It was awesome, but I think those are equivalent.
Yeah, maybe it is. I can't judge too harshly because I've never been there.
Right.
But it looks shitty from far away.
No, I thought it looked cool.
I think it looks like haunted and scary.
That's not fair.
Bring up a picture of the front
Luna
of this. What's
Park.
it called?
Luna Park.
Luna Park.
I think it looks like fun, especially if you've seen Our Lips Are Sealed and you know how fun it is.
That looks pretty sick.
Wait, that's in New York.
State.
Maybe
Okay,
it's
I was
that
gonna
close.
say-
yeah,
If it
that
looked
looks
like that, I
nice.
would have definitely gone. Look at this giant, scary ass face.
This is awesome.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, they
Guys,
have fatalities every year
That's
on rides. Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
They have fatalities every year on rides.
Every year.
Every year.
This is where people go to die.
That's where the heads get lopped off on
Okay.
roller coasters.
Yes,
Stop.
100%. You know the
Stop.
rides are
Don't
like
say
thousands
that.
of years old.
It looks
Was it
fun.
fun? Did you
The
guys go?
maintenance-
Was it fun?
No, we didn't go.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't go.
That's
Because it was
okay,
a little
though.
bit, it's like across the water.
Yeah, it was kind of far. And you know what's so cool is at night
That's
it's just
horrifying.
all lit up. It's cool. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, mate. The rides are fine. Oh, yeah. We just checked it. Right?
Yes, sure. So yeah, I was pretty hung up on Our Lips Are Sealed the whole time we were there, just because I was, living the fucking dream. And then we got back and I was doing my podcast and I was saying that I was gonna watch it and like react for the circlers to Our Lips Are Sealed, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
And I tried
was
really
like-
hard.
I was like, I'll take care of it. I'll
Yeah.
find it. I used to be a software engineer. I know where things are online, all right? I'm pretty versed when it comes to the dark web. I'll find it. And I looked for a long time.
You were looking on the dark web for Our Lips Are
Yeah.
Sealed.
He found a lot of stuff.
I
A lot of
I was
stuff. None of
searching-
it was the Mary Kate
Mary
Ashley
Kate and
movie.
Ashley childhood movie.
Kids movie, Mary Kate, dark web.
outside my house. What? Cody, come out with your arms wide open. We have some suspicious searches going on from this
There's
house.
a misunderstanding. It's for my wife.
Yeah. So I'm like downloading these like torrent apps. I'm trying to torrent it because it's nowhere. Like it's 2023.
I just thought it was
and-
going to be on Amazon Prime. Like I was like, this is going to be so easy to find. Like,
Same.
It's going to be on
'Cause-
Prime and it's going to be easy.
in this day and age, it's like whatever you want to watch, it's going to be hosted somewhere for
Totally.
streaming, right?
Totally.
You would assume that. This movie is nowhere, and every site you go to, it says not available.
Yeah.
Why? You'd think they would have like sold the rights to it at some point or licensed it. No one can stream it.
They're missing out.
They are.
But
So so then I'm like, okay, well, let's torrent it. So I downloaded like a torrenting app, and I download the torrent for it, but no one's seeding it because no one gives a fuck about this movie anymore.
Okay.
No
That
offense. No, that wasn't
was
supposed to be a dig at you.
insane.
That was not
to say.
supposed to be a dig at you.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
I'd say there's a lot of circlers that care about that movie.
Yeah.
No, I know they do, but no one's hosting it. No one's like, I think people assume now like this is like a personal thing. No one else wants to watch it, so I don't need to provide it for anyone else.
Oh,
so I couldn't get it. So then I had to look my wife in the face and say, I can't find it.
Yeah, and then I looked your
And
wife
then we
in
sit
the
down
face
today.
and said,
Then this
I
handsome
actually found that
hero.
for you.
I didn't even talk to Ryan about this. We never talked about this one time, and I sat down and he said, "By the way, that Our Lips Are Sealed movie you're looking for, I have it." Like my hero.
Yeah.
Send it to you right now.
And he sent it to me. Now I have it.
No, he
It's
sent it
okay.
to me. That I can provide it for you. That's what you should have done.
You know?
you should have been like,
Alley-oop,
by the way, I
man.
got the movie. I'm like, thank you, dude. Her 30th birthday's coming up is a perfect gift.
Babe, I did it. I found that movie.
So we got, so we're going to talk about Ironman today?
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, do you want to?
I'm down.
Okay,
but
good,
this is,
'cause I did a
I
lot
think
of
this has to be
research.
the last time I talk about it.
I mean, yeah, unless you do another one.
Because I think it's kind of becoming a meme that I'm talking about it too much
Is
at
it?
this
Yeah.
point.
At least it's not Duke anymore.
What do you mean?
You just talk about Duke a lot.
I don't.
That was Cody goes to Duke? He went to Duke? I didn't know Cody went to Duke. Now
Hey,
it'll be
Duke is
Let's
cool.
pile on Cody today, guys.
now it'll
Hey,
be
you know
Cody
what?
to the Iron Man.
In Cody's defense, when we posted a clip on social of you saying that you went to school in North Carolina, and the comments were like, "Ugh, the humility on this guy. Oh my God.
Wait, really?
Yeah. People were loving that, dude. So more of that.
He's a humble
Like, more
king.
that.
Yes, you should say like, I did a little race in Australia. I
I ran a bit.
don't know. I ran by
A little
swam.
event. Yeah.
Some.
Just you flew across the pond, just did a little race. And
So we have a mix of like clips from you crossing the finish line. Your dad and mom were obviously there running it as well with you. So we have clips of that. We got some mailbag questions from Reddit. We got a lot of good questions from the fans. So we can do really whatever you're feeling today.
Did you see the YouTube stream that they
Yeah.
streamed it to?
I didn't know that they were going to do that.
I almost sent it to you because I woke up and I was like, did he finish yet? You hadn't finished yet, but then eventually you did.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like some people were like screen recording it.
Yeah.
And there was like 700 people watching or something.
And the comments are like, has Cody finished yet?
Yeah.
Where's Cody?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I had no idea, and that's one of the things that I was thinking about afterwards. It was like, I think if I knew, I would have been a lot more nervous if I knew how many people were like tracking me and stuff like that. Because on
Wow.
the Reddit afterwards, people were just posting screenshots of like their apps, and they were like, he's doing so well. Which I mean, I should have known that they were going to do that, but it was just cool. I don't know.
It was
The
awesome.
amount of people, like
Yeah.
the fact that 700 people were watching the stream.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm not saying they're all for me, but like that's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some of them were,
Most
Yeah.
of them were.
which was cool.
And I saw a picture of I don't have it, but a guy like ran up with you like while you were running and was cheering you on, took a selfie with you or something.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ran with me for a second.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I wanted to do that, but I thought we weren't allowed.
You could do it like on the course, not in the finish.
Oh, I thought it was any time.
No.
I was gonna do that for like support. I was gonna run next to you for a bit.
That would have been nice.
I thought you were gonna get kicked out.
No, I know. I like. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really care. I figured like you were like not on the course anyways. I knew where you were gonna be.
I know, but I would have popped next.
Yeah, I guess you could have ran next to me after the turnaround.
Yeah,
No, but it's okay. It was kind of hectic out there.
it was cold.
Yeah, and honestly, like I just didn't. When the guy did that, I appreciated it, but he like was trying to talk, and I was just in so much pain. I was
Yeah.
So you make any
yeah.
beats lately?
like, yeah.
Do you burn?
I just- Yo, when are you bringing back That's Cringe? Please stop. No, he was a really, really nice guy, and he was like really encouraging. But even like people that were cheering me on, even just doing this, like I had to muster up so much extra energy just to be like, like people would be like, choo choo, and I'd be like, and then just kept going. And they were like, they look at me like, that guy's a dick. And then I was running by this one group of people, and like the run is 4 loops. And so you run by the same people 4 times if they stay, right? And this one group of people, it was a family. They were there the entire time. And the first time I ran by, one of the people was like, "Oh my God," well, that's British, but like, "That's a YouTuber. Like, I recognize him from whatever," and didn't know, like, clearly hadn't, I guess, like, didn't know that I was gonna be there or that I was doing the race. Like, recognized me maybe from That's Cringe or something like that. And so then every time I ran by after that, their family was like, you know, it's like one of those families that was like, "Oh, he's a YouTuber. I don't know anything about online."
Oh, no.
And so they'd be like, "You're a YouTuber, right?" Like, "You must be like famous or something." I'm like, "Fuck off. Why are you doing this?" They were like heckling me. It was crazy. And he ran with me the last lap. The dad or something like that ran with me and was like filming me and was like, "Let's go. You're the YouTuber, right? You're the YouTuber. My daughter loves you." Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I was really, and I was like in the depths of hell.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
And it was rough. So.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to that family.
Good one, guys.
We're taking a quick break to thank today's sponsor, BlueChew. Guess what? It's time once again to talk about sex. Summer is right around the corner, which means you need to make the most of the shortest nights of the year. You can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed with BlueChew.com. BlueChew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but in a chewable, fun format. But in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. No pun intended. To give yourself an industrial-grade drilling rig. Was that you?
Holy shit.
I can't really see them writing that.
No, that's a Kenny special.
Kenny, did you used to write fan fiction?
Man, I want a copyright for BlueChew so bad.
Even if you don't work in construction, you'll still be able to lay down some serious pipe. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. The best part, it's all done online, so no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. BlueChew's tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package. It just says boner pills on it.
Underlined.
They say there's nothing sexier than confidence, and Blue Chew can help give you confidence where it counts, right in your penis.
I heard him chuckling before. I was like,
Right in your penis and balls area. So that's where you need the confidence, and it'll give you that. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code INSANE at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com. Promo code INSANE to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast.
Do you want to get in some mailbag questions?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
By the way, I kind of hate the term mailbag.
Oh, okay. Let's do some Q&A.
Q&A, yeah, let's do it.
why do
Question
you hate
and
mailbag?
I don't
answer.
know. Every time I read it, it like makes me a little angry for some reason.
Oh, God.
Like a Blue's Clues, like hidden memory.
Where does it come from?
Did you have Blue's Clues in Canada?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we had Blue's Clues.
Sometimes he doesn't know what I'm talking about. Like, who are Cosmo and Wanda?
I don't know.
No idea.
Odd parents.
Isn't that
Fairly
crazy?
Odd Parents.
What's it from?
Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, yeah, I never watched that.
Yeah, he doesn't know what that is. Only maybe now because I told you.
Yeah. But I think we maybe had that in Canada. I just didn't watch it.
Did you watch Blue's Clues though?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, man, that was my favorite.
Steve posts these videos now because he's older like us. He's our age.
Yeah.
And one got to me the other day. He basically just posts these TikToks where he's like, "Hey, I'm just checking in. Like, you doing okay? and he'll just be silent for like a minute.
Oh God.
And then he's like, and then at the end he'll be like, you know, it's okay. Like, and it's the first time I saw one, it was weird. And then the next time I saw one, I was like, yeah, man, I'm kind of going through it right now.
Wait, you talking back to him?
Yeah. I was
Wait,
like, I was
pull this
alone.
up.
I was
Did you
alone.
cry?
Yeah. I mean, pull up Steve's TikTok. But I was like, I was alone and I was going through something at the time. And so I started talking back. And then afterwards he was like, you know, we all go through it. And I was just like, thanks, man. Like,
Oh my God.
I really
that
needed
is the
that.
sweetest thing I've ever
like,
heard.
play that last one.
Hey, it's me. Just checking in on you. What's up?
Ryan, go.
This is true. I just had a death in the family and that really sucks. So I'm like going through it. You know, it's hard. Grief is hard. It's like a really fucking tough thing. So I guess we all got to deal with it though. Not to make this podcast too serious, but it sucks. So
Sorry for laughing, by the way.
yeah, well, that's how it is. And then there's something about just like looking at him like, I don't know.
He does a really comforting face.
It does.
And if you think about when you were a kid, you know, and he like as a kid, he was like a support for a lot of
Yeah.
Is he fly fishing in this video?
It's great to see you. Thanks for sharing. You look great.
people. So that's it.
Aw, he really was listening.
Yeah, that's the thing is like he, you know.
Also, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry you're going through it.
It's R.I.P. John. He was
John.
struggling with it for a while, so
Sorry, man.
that's all right. This helps. Work helps, and you know. The
And
fact that we get to
Steve.
do
And
this-
Steve.
And Steve helped.
Yeah,
So
that's nice of him. And he's like a musician now, and right?
Well, didn't he always sing in Blue's Clues?
yeah, that was his thing. We just got a letter.
Yeah.
We just got a letter.
That beat
Honestly, I saw an interview that was like he didn't think that they were like interviewing a bunch of like really handsome guys. Did you see this? But they like went with him because they wanted someone that like people could like actually talk to and like relate to and like wanted to like was like a human and wasn't like a
Like just like a hot guy?
yeah.
Did you see the new host though?
No.
He's hot.
Really?
Oh, the new
Wait,
host is
search
hot.
What the hell?
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Oh.
What?
Oh, I wasn't expecting him to look like that.
guy.
Oh, his triceps are gross.
But see, like, I think he looks like normal.
No, he looks like
There.
he looks
He
like
looks-
approachable.
He looks approachable there. I will say the
Not in the
shirtless
one with
pic
the,
is a little
with
bit.
the fucking tricep. Like relax.
He's versatile,
Side by
though.
side?
He is a
Yeah.
versatile king. I'll tell you that much. Look at him. Get you a man that can do both.
He looks like he would have like one night stands leaving in the beginning of the episode. Like escorting him to the house. Hey, thanks for coming by. Great to see you.
Anyway,
Oh, fuck, we got mail.
mailbag time.
All right, mailbag.
Anyway,
Let's do it.
Mailbag.
Get that mail bag of mail.
The old bag of mail.
I'm just going to throw a lot at you here. I got about a dozen, so when you're over these, let me know.
Okay.
Funny Times asks, I know he's already sort of mentioned this in the Ironman recap video, but I would like to hear more about what he kept telling himself during the difficult moments of the race. I think it would be interesting to hear more about the mental part of it, and maybe if his parents gave him any advice.
I guess before the race, my parents. I mean, I kind of think every endurance athlete does the same thing, and I've talked about this before, but you just have to like trick yourself into breaking it up into much shorter pieces, and just like giving yourself little goals, depending on how bad you feel, like, you know, shortening up the amount of time that you're like in pain or whatever. That's, I don't know. I'm not very eloquent today, but like when you're running, it's like, I just got to make it. Literally, I felt so shitty. I was like, I just have to make it like half a more mile. That's it. And once I get there, then I'll like, that's the only thing I'm going to think about. And then once I got there, I'll be like, okay, well, it's just like half mile until I see Kelsey. I just got to make it there. That's it. And then you make it there, and then you just keep doing that over and over and over again. Same thing with the bike. When I got on the bike, first like 20 miles were easy because you're just like, you're like stoked. The energy is crazy. You just got out of the swim. You're like, I'm done one of the 3 sports. And you're like, getting used to the course and you're looking around. The scenery's all new and fresh. And like the people, I was like talking to people. Like I would pass people and they'd be like, where are you from? First one. And it's just like, you're like pumped. And then 20 miles in, you're like, okay, this is when it's starting to suck. It's just becoming like a workout now. And then all I would think is like, I hit 20 miles. Imagine how good 30 is going to feel. Imagine how good it's going to feel to be at 30 miles. And so I would just think about that. And then when 30 would come, I'd be like, that's great, but like it's going to feel so good to be at 40 miles. And all I would think about is 40. I wouldn't think about 120 or 112. I would just think about 40. That's it. 40, 40, 40. And then I would do that and I would think like I would hit 70 and I'd be like, oh, imagine 90. And I would just like trick my brain that way.
That makes sense.
So, but then in the deepest part of that hell you were talking about, did you ever lose that positive reinforcement? Like were there any moments where you were like pretty down and you were like, I don't know if I can do this, or was there
this is definitely the only time where I actually doubted multiple times whether or not I was going to finish. Because other races, at least like during the ultra and maybe during like whatever, marathons I've done, it's definitely gotten hard, but it's gotten hard to the point where I didn't know if I was going to meet my goal. But it was like I always knew I was going to finish. Like I would crawl there, if I had to. But this race was different because it's like so much can go wrong that, for example, like on the bike, I could have gotten a flat. I had never gotten a flat in training, so I didn't even know how to change a flat. So if that happened to me, that would have set me back like an hour or two because I have to wait for someone to come help me. I could have crashed. There was a ton of people like on the side of the road that had either crashed or had gotten flats. And then on the run, like my stomach hurt so bad and I was in such rough shape that I was like, and I started cramping really bad. Like really bad. Like I would run 2 strides and my whole legs would seize up and have to like limp for a second. And I'm like, if this gets worse, I like literally can't move forward. So it was like a little bit concerning in those moments where it was like, I might not even finish this. There's still a small chance that something could take me out. So that was like always kind of like a little bit scary in the back of my mind.
I was scared for you for a second because I didn't know that there was 2 different versions of the Ironman. There's like, and on the app, to follow you had to be on one version. And
Yeah, you were on like the half one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so I kept searching for Cody.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't come up.
Yeah.
And then I was on the stream and people were finishing and other people, and they were finishing at like 8 or 9 hours. And other people were like, I think Cody's still on the bike, but I wasn't seeing you. And I was like, shit, if he's still on the bike and other people are finishing, like, that's not good. And so I was like, maybe he like got hurt, and then they took him off the app.
Yeah.
And then when I finally figured it out and I saw that you were just cruising on your bike, I was like, oh shit, no, he's gonna finish.
Yeah.
He's good.
Well, I did almost get disqualified. And I'll tell you this. Yeah. I'm doing like a main channel video about the race and about training and everything. And I was going to tell the story then, but I'll tell like a more less scripted version right now. But so Craig was the guy that was like running media for the whole event. So he was in touch with me before and was like, whatever you need, like it's good promo for them. Right.
He's a great guy.
And he was
Shout
a really
out
nice
Craig.
guy and he was very accommodating, was like, whatever you need. And, he had people out there taking pictures and he was out there with his phone filming me for my video, basically. Because I didn't have anyone there, right? It was just like us. And I didn't have like a dedicated like camera guy or media person or whatever. So he was like basically like, whatever you need, we're going to get that for you. So I was like, one thing that would really be sick is if I could use my phone on the course. It's strictly against the rules. You're not allowed to do that. Because by using your phone, you could call someone and you could tell them to like meet you on the course and bring you something is cheating. So you're not allowed to use it out there. And I asked him, I was like, can I use it just to film myself? Because that's the style of my videos. I use it, I film everything with my phone. That's like how I've documented all my training. So it'd be awesome if I could do that. It's what I did for my ultra marathon video. So I want to do it for this. And he was like, you're technically not allowed to, but I'll talk to everyone and I'll make sure that everyone knows that you're allowed to. And so I was like, okay, sick. So I put my phone underneath my helmet in the transition area so that I would have it on the bike. So I finished the swim. I get out there on the bike. It's in my jersey. and I'm riding along about like 20 to 30 miles, and I'm like, okay, now seems like a good time. It's pretty like busy on the course, so I also didn't want other people to see me, like other athletes to see me, because then they'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is against the rules. So I kind of waited till there's some distance in front and behind me, and so I take out my phone and I start filming myself, and I'm like, all right, I'm like 25 miles in, I'm feeling pretty, and all of a sudden I hear like, and this guy pulls up beside me, and it's like two of like the referees, basically. There's these guys on motorbikes that just go up and down the course just to make sure people aren't drafting and aren't breaking the rules. And so he pulls up, and it's like guy driving and then a guy on the back, and he looks at me, and I like put it back in my jersey, and he's like, were you just using your phone? And I was like, yeah, but like you want to like ride, like I'm like, yeah, but like I am allowed to. He was like,
Do you know Craig?
yeah, I said that. I'm like, Craig said I was allowed to. He's like, who's Craig? And I was like, you don't know Craig is the media director? He's like, no. And I was like, oh fuck. Well, he said I'm allowed to, and he's like, why are you allowed to? And I'm like, because I'm a YouTuber.
There's a family over there that knows that I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah, thinking that would make it better. I'm a YouTuber. He was like, okay. And he goes, I said, I've been documenting I'm making a video about the race. I've been documenting my training for 8 months. And he looks at me and he goes, I'm not sure about that. And drives away. And I was like, and he like writes something down in a notebook and drives. I was like, call Craig. And he just drives away. And I was like, that was the best response he could have had. He owned me so hard. I'm not sure about that.
That is a pretty crazy response.
Like, that to me was that. Like, he's like, I'm not even sure that YouTubers exist. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Just diminished everything that you've done.
Diminished everything. Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Pretty awesome.
Not sure. And that phrase just played back in my head for 15 miles. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. I was like, did I just train for 8 months, fly across the world, 15 hours, build my bike, prep for this race, only to get disqualified in the first 2 hours because I was fucking using my phone like an idiot, like a dumbass YouTuber? I was just so mad at myself. I was like, why did you do that? Why did you bring your phone? You don't need it. And then I get to the aid station and Craig's standing there. And he's like, by the way, he's like, you're good. That's the only guy that didn't know. And now he knows.
I forgot he was on the team.
He's the only guy I didn't tell because I couldn't like get a hold of him or whatever. I was like, fuck, what are the odds of that? What are the odds of that? 112 miles on the bike course, and that guy, the one guy that didn't know, pulled up beside me just as I had it out.
Owned you. And then drove away.
And then, and then doubted my entire career. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about it either anymore. But you can't stay beside a person. I guess that's against the rules too, and I didn't know that, so I got screamed at again.
A lot of rules.
Near the end of the bike,
a lot of rules.
They pulled up and they're like, "You're too close. You're too close. Get back." And I was like, "Okay, just fucking let me finish this thing."
What's the reason for that rule?
Drafting.
Oh, okay.
And I think safety too.
I think
They can't have people like stacked beside each other on the road. Everyone has to be single file because I think it's just safer.
Can you explain what drafting is?
Drafting is just when you're really close to another person, so they're breaking the wind and the wind is going around you, so it's a lot easier. You're like, if you're drafting, you're putting out a lot less wattage than the person in the front is.
Makes sense.
Guys, we're going to take another quick break to thank another sponsor of today's episode, HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable, and that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Flavor is in full bloom at HelloFresh. Enjoy the taste of spring with chef-crafted recipes featuring ripe, seasonal ingredients delivered right to your door. No more scouring the grocery store for that one ingredient to complete your recipe. HelloFresh takes away all the hassle by delivering fresh, pre-portioned ingredients so you have exactly what you need and helps you cut down on food waste as well. HelloFresh cares about quality. That's why their seasonal ingredients are picked at peak ripeness and travel from the farm to your home in less than 7 days, so you know they're fresh. Last night, I made the bibimbap, right?
You love that damn bibimbap.
I love the bibimbap. I make it every night.
Every single night.
She's just begging me to stop cooking bibimbap.
No, I love it. It's delicious. Every time feels like the first time.
I've now had it for 70 days straight. I'm trying to break the world record for the most days in a row you can eat bibimbap. HelloFresh is actually running out of bibimbap because I cook it every day. So go to HelloFresh.com/insane16 and use code insane16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. That's a lot of meals. That's HelloFresh.com/insane16 and use code insane16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
All right. Snox97 asks, I'm about to start training for a Spartan race or something similar the next year. What is your best advice when it comes to sticking with a regimen and keeping it as a priority? Also, any tips on how to wake up at 5 and not feel like a total bag of ass?
Yeah, that last one, interested as well.
Yeah.
Does the workout plan to hopefully compete in a Spartan race or something similar the next year? What is your best advice?
I just read this.
No, I know. I had to read it again. I'm also thinking of an answer, so I'm trying to kill time.
Yeah.
And what does that say? Oh, best advice when it comes to
Well, I will say,
Nobody wanted advice.
when you were making the Cody Trains videos, a lot of times I just get in my head about how early you wake up, and then I'll watch those videos, and you just have bags under your eyes as you're making these coffees, and you're just like,
what the fuck? That's not very nice.
Well, you're just tired.
You're already
It's 5 a.m. I would expect
You just have
everybody
these
to.
horrendous bags.
Well, but you
Just
also-
looks like you haven't slept in weeks. Like you look like sick sometimes in the morning.
You always have that shot of yourself whenever you're making the coffee, and you're like,
No, I know. I do look really bad.
and so I look
in
at that, I'm
those
like, you must
shots.
be so
Tired, not bad.
tired.
You look like you've been up all night looking for Our Lips Are Sealed.
That's why Ryan looks so rested
Yeah,
every
this guy
day.
gets 10 hours.
Firstly, the first answer to the first question is I don't really know. I'm not really the best person to give advice on that, I feel like, because for me, it's like I'm such an all or nothing person. It's like if I flick that switch in my mind, then I'm fully able to be dedicated to it, and it's almost like easy for me. But then if I fall out of it, which I did for the last 2 months before the race, I found it really hard to stick to the schedule, and I felt like I was dragging myself into like the workouts and stuff.
But you did, right? Or did
I mean,
you?
I skipped a lot of them. Like I really think if I had stayed super, like dialed in for those last 2 months, I feel like the run would have been not as difficult. But I kind of fell out of it, and it's just so I really don't have. It's like I don't have a good answer for
Well,
that
I mean,
because it's just
you're
hard.
showing that it's normal for it to not just be super easy, right?
Yeah.
Like it's okay if it's a struggle, but you can find what works for you and just keep going for it.
Yeah.
Like he fell off. Anyone can fall off and it's fine, but you just got to keep going. I'm trying to be inspirational. I don't know.
I think, and I would say that your point of view is probably more valid because you saw him and you were with Cody. Like, he has that flip in his brain, but most people aren't like that. So
Right.
sharing that
Right.
point of view is.
I also think it's important to note that workout plans are designed for days to be missed. It seems like it's an absolute thing where you have to hit every single workout, but you don't. Like, they know that life gets in the way, and no matter what, you can't. I mean, unless you're like the heir to some crazy fortune, you don't nobody has the time to completely dedicate themselves to something like this. Like, life happens, there's like shit that gets in the way. So like a lot of these programs are designed for you to miss like 1 or 2 workouts a week and still be able to hit your goal. Not to say that you should plan on that. You should plan to do everything, but don't feel bad if you don't hit every single workout. I think as long as you're like, getting up and just making as much of an effort as you can, then that's good enough, I think. But and then in terms of waking up at 5, you just have to get your body in that cycle.
Like go to bed early.
Yeah, like the way that just got to go to bed at 9. That's basically it. Or 9:30. That's the way that sleep works, I feel like.
Or just go to a different part of the world and then be completely like knocked off your sleep schedule, and then you're going to sleep at 7 and waking up at 4 a.m. regardless.
Yeah.
And then so you're just up.
Yeah.
Either
Is that
way.
you now?
Well, that was us for a while.
Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a struggle, but it helped in the waking up process for the actual race.
It was kind of nice, honestly.
It was nice.
So
let's go to the next
kind
one,
of a
Zach.
shitty answer, honestly.
No,
It was not.
These are good because I think, like Kelsey was saying, I think people will relate to this as they have tried to figure out if they can train for something like this. It's like the human aspect to it is the same whether you're Cody or someone who's never trained before.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because I did want to portray that. That was like part of the reason why I did the whole Cody Trains thing, is that like I wanted to show a realistic interpretation. But then it's like when I started to kind of fall out of it, it was like I found it hard to be honest that I was feeling that way, because anyone that makes that sort of content, you do want to portray like everything's cool all the time and that like you're killing it. But it's like in reality, like I just wasn't.
Yeah.
You know,
But
it was
you
like
have to
I
be
felt
honest.
really self-conscious because it was like why can't I feel super dedicated to this training when I know my race is in 2 months and I've worked so hard for this? Like I started getting back in that headspace where it was like I'm not showing up for myself, and I just kind of felt like I was reverting back to bad habits and stuff. But I just,
You're human. I think everybody goes through that, and I feel like it's good for you to talk about because, like you said, other people who put this stuff out on the internet like don't talk about that kind of stuff, and so people just think that they're the problem when they're feeling that way because they watch this person and this person never feels this way, but that person just doesn't talk about it. So it's good to talk about it because everybody goes through it, and I feel like you need to be honest, and that's what the choo-chees want to see.
I also got so sick of it by the end. Like I was like, I don't want to dedicate, or I don't want to spend 10 hours on the weekend doing this anymore. You know,
Yeah,
it's
it
like
was
my
a lot.
weekend,
Yeah.
I'd wake up at like 5, I'd do like a 5 or 6 hour ride, and then the day would start at like 1 p.m. And then it's over like this, and you're like, I'm not even getting a weekend anymore.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, can you put your thing on the coaster?
Thank you, Kels.
that's a phone coaster.
His phone's sitting on the coaster and his
Poster.
drink is sitting
That's
off
a
of the
poster.
coaster. It's been driving me insane this entire
It's a what?
time we've been sitting here.
Poster.
A poster, yeah.
Yeah. That's good. You can leave that like that.
Just there for fun. Funds 23 asks, was there anything you weren't expecting to happen during / after the race? They said like a feeling or something, but I think they mean emotionally, physically.
Cody, if you don't put that goddamn
And it's insane. The whole time Kenny was talking, he was playing around.
All right, so what does this fucking thing say?
What's your stance? How do you get rings out of a desk?
Was there anything you weren't expecting to happen during after the race, like a feeling or something?
I
Did
think
you
they
feel like
mean
you trained
emotionally,
properly?
physically.
I have a couple answers for you.
Okay,
that you
what?
can say. Well, I don't want to tell you what to say, but you say what you're going to say, and then I'll say what I think.
I think I just answered the did you train properly question.
Yeah,
I
yes.
feel like I
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
trained
Yes.
You did.
probably like 80% properly. And then was there anything you weren't expecting to happen during / after the race, like a feeling or something? I wasn't expecting after the race to feel so fucking horrible. And that was, and I honestly wasn't expecting to feel that shitty on the run either. Even by the end of the bike, I was like, oh, I'm good. And then as soon as I took my first like few steps, I was like, oh, I'm not good. This is going to suck. And I really didn't expect that. Even the day before, I was like, I'll do a 4-hour marathon for sure. And my dad was like, you should probably maybe 5. And I was like, it's going to be 4. And then as soon as I took a couple steps, I was like, it's going to be 6. So yeah. And then after the race, I just felt just horrible for hours.
But you also were pretty emotional.
Yeah. Yes.
You cried.
I cried, yeah.
Share. Be vulnerable.
I'm fine sharing
Then
that.
say it.
I cried.
Okay.
like during the race.
He cried when he was done.
When I finished.
Oh yeah.
And
Be-
the acne. Let's talk about it. The
Okay.
acne.
Yeah.
You were not expecting that.
I was not expecting that.
It was crazy. Wasn't
Why
it?
was that crazy?
I mean, it was like out of nowhere.
Okay, so
Do you not wear sunscreen normally?
No, I do, but I wear like when I'm training, I wear like special face sunscreen that's like good for your pores and shit like that. But in the transition to the bike, like I do all my things. Took me 9 minutes, which apparently is a long time. I don't know. My dad's friend was roasting me. Shout out Brian. I saw the text you were sending to my dad. I had the longest transition time out of my whole family. It was me. 9 minutes. He was like, was he fucking having tea over there? What the fuck was he doing? So I'm putting on my shit, and then I get everything on, and then I'm running out, and there's like a table with these gigantic like jugs of just generic like yellow sunscreen. And so I was like, oh fuck, I definitely need some sunscreen. So I was like, I just did that, and as I'm doing this, I look over, and the guy beside me had forgotten his like, you know, this like Vaseline for his like nether regions, so he was just doing this and just lathering up his whole junk.
What? You would
Like
not
ass,
tell me that.
like just
Oh my God, I'm
sunscreening
gonna throw up.
dick
Can
and
you
balls.
imagine? Ooh, okay.
He's like grabbing a glob from your hand.
Yeah, he's like, I got a little extra. Do you just want to use this for your face?
Yeah, he's like, I got way too much on here. So here, you want to use that?
He pulls like his pants on your face.
like in a race environment, there are like manners don't exist. Etiquette does not exist.
No.
Nobody gives a fuck. People are peeing out the side of their shorts. It's spraying in the people on the back.
No.
Dude, yeah, it's crazy.
No, it's pretty gnarly, like the stuff that I've heard about.
People are running. There's blood streaming down their things.
Frozen
There's
from the
shit and
nipples,
piss stains
yeah.
all over everyone. No one cares. It's just
It's
let's
like-
get over this.
It's insane.
Let's get through it.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Have some dignity.
You try it.
I'm kidding. Oh my God, I
I'm
said one
telling
thing.
Cody, that was actually our most common mailbag question was, did Cody piss or shit himself?
No, I didn't. And I only peed twice the entire day. And the second time I peed, it was like neon orange. And it stung. It was hot and it stung. And I was like, I'm very dehydrated.
I was gonna say, sounds like you're not hydrated enough if you only peed twice.
I was not. And I was drinking a lot.
Damn.
So anyways, I put this generic sunscreen on my face, and then I went out and I just like sweat for another 8
And like
hours.
had a helmet on.
Yeah,
too.
and had a helmet on. And so the day after, my face just completely broke out, and I had like this gigantic, just huge portion of acne on my face.
It was pretty wild.
Yeah.
It came out of nowhere.
I haven't had acne like that since like freshman year of college, probably.
It was crazy.
Yeah. So.
I don't think anyone was expecting that. I wasn't.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I just thought that was a fun one.
Yeah, it was really fun for me.
You didn't seem to care.
No, I didn't really care. I didn't care.
I know.
I had a question about your splits. Because when I was looking at like your swim,
What are they? Pull them up.
Can you find them, Zach? It's on the Ironman. His bib 413 is his bib number. But your swim splits were you start at 1.1 kilometers. You're at 16 minutes and 47 seconds. Then you get to 2 kilometers, 29 minutes and 47 seconds. And then the last bit is 1 hour and 7 minutes. Was the last like kilometer really, really hard, or did it take longer, or is this just like?
No, I don't know.
I don't know if I understand. Like your
So what it was is normally they don't do. I don't think they do swim splits like this normally because there's nowhere that they can like read your timing chip. But this is the only race where you have to get out of the water at one point and walk over this little barge thing.
okay.
So I think they had a timing, and then you do a loop, and then you come back and you do it again, and then you finish. So I think those are the 4.
Like your pace, it's 9 minutes and 51 seconds. Then your pace is 14, and then your pace is 29 minutes. So like I feel like your pace at the very end was. I just wondered if you were like really tired, or if it was like against the waves or something. I don't know.
I don't know. There's a little current, but like generally the swim is pretty fast for me.
Oh,
I thought I was going to be maybe an hour 10 or an hour 15 or something. So I was pretty happy with this.
yeah, and then that 9 minute transition there.
Yeah, and then the 9 or 7. Wait, was it 9?
9.
Yep. Yeah, well, I did had to make myself some eggs and some coffee. And, yeah.
You had to put some sunscreen, borrow it from the guy next to you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's a lot.
And then go to the run.
That's a lot of running and biking and swimming, dude.
So
What was the winning time?
is this
That day?
per kilometer, right? The pace on the right. Like, look at, you can just see how hard I was struggling. 6:02, 6:36, 7:21, 6:20, 7:47, 8, 6:24, 6. Because I'm walking and then I'm like, you got this. And I would run a kilometer and then I would walk 2 kilometers. Like 11:51.
Yeah, 11:51. And then 3:39? That can't be right.
Oh, maybe the timing chip was fucked up or something.
I don't even know where the hell you guys
No,
are
I
looking.
ran one super fast because I got this weird like stroke of energy and I was like, oh, I feel great.
Damn, that must have been it. Wow. These are per kilometer, not per mile, I would imagine. And then 10:38 end. Just
It was a
making your way
crazy
through
day.
it.
Yeah.
When I saw the pros finishing and I didn't see you finishing, I had to ask ChatGPT, what's a normal finish time for someone who's doing their first Ironman?
What did it say?
It said like normally it's 11 to 13 hours. And I was
Okay.
like, okay, so he's got a while.
Yeah. Yeah, they all do like 8.5 hours or
Yeah,
something.
something
Yeah.
They because the bike had a 2-loop thing, they passed me at one point on the bike, and it was just like I couldn't believe it. Like I'm down in my air bars, like going as fast as I can, and all of a sudden I just hear like woo 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 woo. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I look back, and it's like 5 pros, and they all have those like crazy helmets that go all the way back here. They look like sperm. Like it's like 4 sperm like in a row, like a train, and they're like they all have disc wheels on both wheels, and they just make this crazy sound because the wind is just rushing past them, and they just were like I was standing still. I couldn't believe it.
That's crazy.
Wow.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I think they call a pack
Beast.
of pros a load.
A load of Nice, that was good.
That was a very
that
good
was
one.
good. That was really good.
Come around.
And then when they're swimming, they're semen. We got a load of semen coming out of the water here. And onto the bike they go.
All right, this one's kind of interesting. Someone asked if you would do a self-transcendence 3,100-mile race. And if we can pull this up, this is like a race this is the longest confirmed race that you can do in the world. And
Oh, we
I
were just
believe
talking
you
about
run
that.
the same lap on a stretch of New York City over and over and over until you hit 3,100 miles.
Oh my god.
Until you transcend yourself
Apparently, yeah.
and your sense of self.
I think you have to run, I think they average 60 miles a day, and you have to do it within a certain amount of days.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's insane.
This might be the next Cody challenge.
Yeah, the answer is yes. 100% I'm in.
3,100 miles?
That's insane. That's what we were just talking about yesterday, like what the longest race.
Yeah, we were
was.
because my friend sent a tweet from this girl that she currently has broken and is still setting the record for the most amount of ultra marathons run in a row. Damn. And she's on day 290 or something like that. Oh. She runs 32 miles a day.
What?
Jeez.
And
Crazy.
which is crazy. It's crazy when you look at it like she's ran a total of, what is that, 290 times 30? Like 9,000 miles or something like that?
Oh.
Okay, so day 199, she's done 6,400 miles, 32 miles a day.
That's insane.
And she's like a mother, like runs a fitness company. But I think when you look at it like that, in 200 days, she's run 6,400 miles. That seems insane. But if you're pretty well trained, 32 miles a day isn't that crazy. I mean, I think it is crazy because you don't get any breaks, right?
It's definitely crazy.
I guess I say that more to say like, because I think our friend was telling us a story of how he like found out about her story. And I guess she found out about the record and it was like 10 days or something like that. And she was like, oh, that seems definitely attainable. And so she did it and then just kept going. And now is like setting it as
So
high as she
crazy.
can.
Oh,
That's insane.
Yeah, fucking impressive.
I did want to ask, because I think on your Instagram post, your caption was, I'm never doing this again, probably.
Yeah.
How probably is the probably?
I think I'll probably do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It's news
Maybe
to Kelsey.
next year at some point.
No, I honestly I can't read him because it was this, like he was like 100%. I'm never doing that again. Like right after, and then we never really talked about it again. So
I think I'll probably end up doing it again. I think that really think that if I had, taken that last 2 months more seriously, that I would have had a better time.
Can we do it a little bit closer?
Yeah, I think
home.
Yes, yeah. It's
Okay.
we're not gonna be flying across the world again
Okay.
for that.
Yeah.
The next one I'll do like Coeur d'Alene or something like that.
Okay.
But I also think now that I have like a little, like I had to train for so long before because I had to learn how to use it, like build a bike and use a bike and
Right.
like learn how to do an ocean swim and all that shit. It was like brand new. There was so much of that like beginnings of the learning curve. But now that I have all that stuff and I have muscle memory, I think I could shorten the training cycle.
Yeah.
So I could like really all of a sudden put my head down for like 4 months and not 8, and so I don't get as sick of it. It's still like new and refreshing and fun and exciting by the time the race comes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, let's do a couple more here. They're basically asking, what is one thing you learned throughout the process that you wish you'd known when you started? You just spoke on, your training window, making that shorter, but what else would you like to change going into your next one? Or what did you learn?
One thing I learned. What? Do you have an answer?
No.
One thing I learned. One thing. One thing. I, myself, as Cody, learned knowledge. One piece of knowledge I acquired in the process
Of training
for the Ironman. Jeez Louise.
Next question is.
Next question. That's a great question. Thanks for sending that in.
Thank you for sending that. Thank you, Shelvin Mack.
I think.
Oh, there we go.
Here's a good one. Are you getting the Ironman tattoo?
Yes,
now?
for sure. I'm getting that.
Fuck
That's the
yeah.
whole reason I fucking did it.
Where are you gonna get it?
Yeah, where? Lower,
Center.
lower back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it a little like a third nipple.
No, you should get Iron Man instead of like the little thing. You should get Iron Man across your chest.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson
Or like
style on
Iron
the
Man
face.
Australia finisher.
Ooh, Port Macquarie.
Yeah.
Get the whole thing. Yeah.
Choo choo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Metal.
yeah, that'd
Metal.
be cool.
Have you seen? You got. All right, Zach. Pull up. Pull up Australian Survivor tattoo neck. A guy got the idol. You know how on Survivor you can get an immunity idol.
Yeah.
Tattooed around his neck. Yeah. The third guy.
Oh, God.
That guy.
No.
So that's you
Oh,
with the
my
Iron
God.
Man idol. George
Why would
is
you
his name.
do that?
Also, like, get it all the way around. Like, if you're gonna get it, like, why is it just floating there?
Yeah.
Look at the first. Pull up the first picture. No, the other one. No. Yeah, that's his tattoo.
I mean, that's
Crazy
such.
eyes.
he's got
It's
two because
bothering
he was
me
on.
so much that he didn't put it around, like, make
Because
it like
you
a
could wear
necklace.
a real chain, and then it looks maybe like it.
Just so he didn't want to commit to the full neck thing, but this was fine. This is insane. It's fine that you let him do this, but who let him not get the chain? Like, that's insane, is it not?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
think I'm gonna get my whole body tattooed like I'm wearing a wetsuit.
Oh my God. That is terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? Our kids would be terrified of you.
But I am gonna get it, and I think so after my dad did his first one, he has 2 Iron Man tattoos now, but the first one that he got was on his ankle, like on the side. So you can I don't know, I still think that's kind of a cool place. So I might just do that, just like copy him
Should.
what he did. So yeah.
I like the ankle tat.
Yeah. That's the last of the mailbag, but I wanted to
I still
know.
have to answer the what something
that's
I learned.
Nah, you don't got to answer that. Yeah. Let's move on.
I still don't have an answer for that, so
That's okay.
I learned a lot of things. What is one thing I wish I knew when I started, though?
What is one thing I wish
I would say like maybe that biking isn't as like complicated as it seems, even though it is.
And you should.
And swimming outside like isn't as intimidating as it seems, even though it kind of is in the beginning.
Okay. So everything's a little bit scary at the beginning, but then it gets easier.
Yeah.
Okay. And you should learn how to change a tire.
Yes. Yes, that's something that I didn't learn.
You want to learn, but
Yeah.
you want to for next time,
Yeah.
perhaps.
I didn't know it at the beginning, and I still don't know it. But I want to learn it for next time.
Beautiful. There we go. That's exactly what they asked, I think.
Yep,
Yeah.
that was the
Yeah.
heart of the question.
Yep. So there you go. Something I learned. What do you want to know? Sorry.
No, it's okay. Kelsey, can we get a retrospective of from your perspective on like this whole process, what you went through?
It was very hard for me. Thank you for asking, Kenny. No, it was interesting. I mean, I've learned so much about something that I never even really knew existed before I met Cody. So I feel like I have learned a lot about this lifestyle, and I think it's really cool. I think it was a lot. Like there was a lot of times where like the training was kind of time consuming and stuff, and you know, I missed hanging out with Cody, but it was worth it. And I feel okay. The day itself, longest day of my life, 100%.
Yeah.
Can't really complain about it though, because I wasn't doing anything. I was just sitting there.
No, but it was brutal because it got super windy. Like it was really windy out of nowhere. And so it got super cold.
Yeah.
So if you weren't doing anything, just standing there, it was like miserable. Like everyone was just like bundled up.
Yeah, I was like, I never thought I would feel warm again. I was awake for like 19 hours just by myself in Australia, and I had a lot of time with myself. I did.
A lot of introspective.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
introspective stuff happening. And but you know, I wouldn't change it for the world. And I'm happy that it's over. I really am, because I think that it was kind of like looming for a while. It was just like this thing that was happening. It was a big trip and it was a huge deal. And so I did feel like a weight kind of lifted after it was done for both of us,
Yeah.
I think. But I couldn't be more proud of Cody and how hard he worked.
And you can take comfort in the fact that the next one I do will be closer to home. It'll be in the Philippines.
Perfect. That's amazing. I think if I like had someone else there that wasn't doing it and I was like hanging out with someone, it probably would have been just a little bit like
Yeah.
easier. It was just a really long day.
Yeah, being the support crew is definitely easier when you have someone else there.
Yeah.
And you can like tag team strategy and stuff like that.
Yeah. But
So I get
it's
it.
okay.
Yeah.
It was an amazing experience and I'll never forget it. So, yeah.
And Sydney afterwards was awesome. Mm-hmm. It's great to be there. It's like one of my favorite cities in the world. So it was just awesome to be back there, and I don't know, it was just a really good time.
Yeah.
Had some great food.
Some people
Saw
wanted to
a
know.
good friend.
Mm-hmm.
So that was great. What?
Some people wanted to know where you ate when you were in Australia, when you were in Sydney.
I
you
said this
remember.
during TMG, but we went to. Actually, we didn't say the restaurants that we went to with Stefan. I also saw my cousin. My cousin lives there now, so it was great to see him. We went to what was the one Chiswick Woollahra. Mm-hmm. Fantastic restaurant.
Wonderful.
Go to Bill's for breakfast if you're in Sydney.
Tell him Cody sent you.
Yeah.
They know me there.
Get the pancakes.
Say, look Bill right in the eye. Yeah, get the lemon ricotta or get the ricotta pancakes.
Yeah, really,
They're
really
not lemon,
good.
I don't think, but get the ricotta pancakes. We made the mistake of not getting those the first time, so we had to go back to get them.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I don't remember.
the Opera Bar we ate at, which is kind of touristy, but still really, really good. And then North Bondi Fish Company, Coogee Pavilion. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think that's it.
Good times.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, Australia.
Thanks, Australia.
Gar Cardi.
Thanks Thanks, those. Cardi.
Party.
Cardi.
Did you?
When I was DJing last week, and I told Matt to like get footage of me because I'm playing one of the songs that I produced. So I'm like, when I play my songs, I play 2 of them. I'm like, get a clip because I need a clip. And he was like, great. And so I start playing it. I turn around and I'm like, get the clip. And he gets the clip and he sends me it afterwards. And I'm watching it and I'm playing the song. And then all of a sudden you can hear him scream, Cardi!
Matt?
Yes.
Really?
So fucking loud. And you can't even hear the song.
Damn it. Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Cardi!
It's like in slow-mo.
I know. It's horrifying. It's horrifying. I'm like, thanks, man. This is the exact opposite of what I needed. So yeah, is that it?
Yeah. Do you want to watch the clip of Dillon Francis giving you the award for your Ironman? Okay. I guess that's it.
Should we? I don't know.
What is it? Dillon Francis?
Dillon Francis gave
Okay,
Cody
yeah,
an Iron.
we can watch
Yeah.
It said, did you see what it said?
No.
Smallest wiener to complete an Ironman.
Yeah, it's like first person with the smallest wiener ever to complete an Ironman or something like that. I was like, this doesn't even make sense.
Please stop talking about it. All right. Last time.
Oh man,
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
We
gotta
I
have
loved
him
it.
back on.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. I'm still waiting on
Yeah.
him to go
Yeah,
on
he's
walks
great.
with me,
Yeah.
but we should have him back on.
And his guy Daniel
He
is
did
great
promise a
too.
walk.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
promise me walks.
Promise you what?
He promised me we would go on walks together, and we have not. Dylan and I have not gone on any walks.
Did you hit him up?
No, I don't
Should.
know him well enough.
He's a nice guy.
He's a great guy.
He really
yeah,
is.
so funny. Yeah, I guess that's it. If there's anything else you want to mention with the
Congrats
race.
on the kickball win.
Oh my
Let's go.
God. I can go another hour about this.
I laughed really hard at your video,
Oh, yeah.
the one you tagged him in.
Yeah.
That was great.
Kenny has been the
Yeah.
coach of the TMG Kickball League, and there's no role better suited for him than just.
Wait, who do you guys play?
Other adults that have time to play kickball at night.
Do you guys play like other podcast companies?
We don't think there's any other podcasters, so we
It's-
do have a leg up in that regard.
It's through Zog Sports, so it's
Okay.
just
Yeah.
you
That's
know.
so sweet that you guys do that.
Oh yeah,
How fun!
it is
Who
incredible.
was on the team?
Everybody in the office. So
Yeah.
Lauren, Jesse's on the team, Zach's on the team, Ryan's on the team. Everybody.
Oh my
Waleed
God.
and Zach.
Oh yeah,
Foul tip. They,
Wait, I want to come watch a game.
come. Yeah, we got playoffs next after.
I wanna come watch a game.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You don't want
yeah.
me to play. It'd ruin the mojo of the squad. I don't want to do that.
We've got
but
people that come to just watch, and we also have. I mean, we've had highs and lows. We lost 19-1 last week.
Do you have uniforms?
We got little T-shirts. Yeah. League
I know.
provided T-shirts.
That's why I'm
Oh my
congratulating
God! I'm
Right.
gonna get a little like sign.
Oh, thanks,
come
Kelsey.
watch.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're the captain?
Team captain. Yep.
So do you like do motivational speeches and
Oh, yeah.
stuff? That's sick.
Sure. Yeah. I rally troops. I bring beer and claws for people. What else?
Yeah, let's
Beer
go.
run. Yeah.
He does drills. All right,
yeah.
guys, let's do pop flies.
Pop flies.
You know.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to. I'm not afraid to chew people out if they're not playing up to
Lazy
standard of
hammer
the
down.
Tiny Kick Gang.
Yep.
That's our team
Tiny
name.
Kick Gang.
Tiny Kick Gang.
I like that.
That is amazing. Oh my
yeah.
God, how fun!
So last night we beat the undefeated team and
What's their name?
Wildcat, which is like all right, and they spell it with no vowels. It's like get over yourself.
Oh my!
Oh,
Are
yeah,
they a
cool.
DJ?
Startup.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What the hell?
Sorry.
Let's scratch
He
that
does
off the-
everything. I don't know what I can and can't diss anymore.
I'm gonna scratch that off the list of names I've been thinking about.
CDY. CXDY.
CXDY. Wild Cody is off the list. Huh?
Yeah. But yeah, it's an honor to serve with these people. We got a great group,
amazing.
and we play with a lot of heart. And we've turned it around. We started off really rough this season, and now we've won 3 of our last 4. We locked in a playoff spot, and
Signed up for another season.
yeah,
Wow.
summer ball. So Kelsey, Cody, if you want to come play infield or something,
We should go.
I'm down.
Oh my God. I'll be
Yeah.
there.
thank you.
That sounds
Kelsey.
so fun.
Yeah, it really does.
Cody comes in and he's like, "We should change our name to like Wildcat." Or something. I'm so sick.
That's amazing. Oh, have fun.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Sign us off, Cody.
All right, congrats, guys, and thank you. Thanks everyone for listening, and I promise I will stop talking about it now after the main channel video.
Right.
Then
Yeah.
it's done.
Right.
No
Then
more.
it's done.
Yeah.
And the next thing is an ultra marathon, 50 miles. So I got to figure out A, which one I'm going to do, B, if it's going to be on a trail, or if it's not, because if it's on a trail, I have to start like hiking a lot. And that scares me because there's a lot of mountain lions around where we are. So when I was like training on my bike, remember that? Wasn't it the 100-mile day? Maybe not. I don't know. I passed a mountain lion that got hit by a car, and it was laying in the middle of PCH, and it was huge. So they're there. They're cruising around. So that kind of scares me. But anyways,
Is that how we're ending it?
yes. So don't get attacked by a mountain lion. That's my advice. That's what I learned. That's the answer to that question. So I got to figure that out. And so, yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in a couple weeks. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.